Hey Madison, I just wanted to bring up a few points. When I was reading yours, I thought you did a really great job of analyzing the articles, and I basically I agree with everything you're saying. There's nothing that I disagree with or anything at all. Um, the quote that you talked about at the beginning, when children see themselves through books like as a mirror type thing, I actually use that in my response as well because I think that's a really eye-opening little paragraph that she put in there. And a lot of times we don't really realize that a lot. And like she says in the classroom, like when they're young and everything, like that's how they are starting to learn about disabilities. And another point you brought up was that a lot of teachers don't necessarily use disabilities in their classroom unless there is a child with a disability. And I also put that in mind, thinking that as future teachers, we need to talk about disabilities and things like that before we can kind of fall under that umbrella of the same thing with teachers. We need to introduce it to our students no matter what. Um, and the book you used in your response was a good example. I've never heard of that one before, so that's actually something I'll probably look into because I'm really interested in books like that. Um, I know for a TE 348, we had to read a book, and I cannot, Out of My Mind, I think it was, and that was a really good book too. The same kind of thing. He had a disability and he had to live with it, and it's basically his life and all that kind of stuff, and how he was in certain classes, like special education classes, and then the idea of inclusion came in. And so there's so many different topics that you can talk about when it comes to disabilities, and I think you touched on a lot of really good points. Um, so overall, you did a great job, and I agreed, like I said, with a lot of things you said, and a lot of the stuff that you said, I said as well. And I also thought that they were extremely beneficial articles. And like I said in mine, like they were really short, but they were almost as more, if not more effective than really long ones that we've read in the past. I'm sure you've read a bunch too. But so I agree. I think they were very beneficial and they were definitely worthwhile. And you did a great job.